Selfish. That is what she is. And I hate every single bone in her body. Boom. Now that's how you start a Tuesday, people.
Must you? We haven't even introduced the book. That quote is taken entirely out of context, and frankly, it's deeply disturbing.
Disturbing. It's called passion. Something you wouldn't understand. Since the Crimson Teacup incident, where you defended that simpering ninny. This book, Shattered Dreams by Natasha Madison, it's got guts. It's about, competitive grave visiting. Yeah. This dude Charlie, he's like the Olympic champion of mourning his dead girlfriend.
It's about unresolved grief, trauma, and the complexities of blame after a fatal car accident. Charlie blames Autumn for his girlfriend Jennifer's death. Even though Autumn's boyfriend was the drunk driver, he spends 8 years marinating in hatred.
8 years. See, competitive. He probably had a punch card for the cemetery visits. Visit 10 graves, get a free shovel. And Autumn, the girl he hates. She comes back to town because her dad's sick, and Charlie's still spitting venom. Until bam. Hate, sex. Out of nowhere. Forget therapy. Just rip each other's clothes off.
It's abrupt. Let's discuss Charlie. You find his 8-year vendetta admirable. He runs a horse therapy farm for trauma victims, while actively terrorizing Autumn. The hypocrisy is staggering.
Hypocrisy. No, it's multitasking. He's processing his trauma by inflicting it. Genius. This guy Charlie, he's got issues deeper than my Uncle Barry's conspiracy theories. 8 years holding on to hate like it's the last donut. Daily grave visits. Weekly trips to the crash site. Dude needs less horse therapy and more actual therapy. Probably diagnosed himself using WebMD. Symptoms: extreme rage, obsession with dead people, sudden urge to bang my nemesis. Diagnosis is Tuesday.
He is pathologically obsessed. His grief is performative after a certain point. And the way he treats Autumn, your life is effing ruined. I lost everything that night. Everything. He screams at her. It's pure emotional abuse. He's blaming the survivor.
Yeah. But is he hot while he's doing it? That's the real question. The book kind of implies he is. Probably got that brooding, tortured thing going on. And Autumn, bless her heart. She takes it. 8 years of being the town pariah. 8 years of Charlie's psycho, grief. Maybe 8 years of, nothing. While Charlie was apparently, according to one review, I skimmed. The town man how. Talk about unfair.
She displays remarkable resilience, perhaps bordering on, being a doormat. Why would anyone tolerate that level of vitriol? And then the sudden shift, I hate you, she whispers. Not as much as I hate you. He retorts, and then presumably they fall into bed. It beggars belief.
Beggars belief. It's called angst. It's the payoff. One reviewer said, they needed to take a lap or smoke a cigarette after this book. And they don't even smoke. That's powerful stuff. Another said, it goes from dark and angsty to hot and fluffy in a millisecond. Whiplash, baby.
That's not a compliment. It suggests poor pacing and character development. How can you go from, the hatred I have for this woman feeds my soul, his words, to passionate intimacy without any credible transition? It feels unearned. We got a listener email, you probably wrote it, asking if Charlie's sudden love is just transference. It's a valid psychological point.
Listener email. Brenda from Boys writes, is Charlie hotter than Thor? And does his horse therapy farm have miniature ponies? See, people get it. It's not about realism, it's about the drama. Who cares if it makes sense? Did the Crimson Teacup make sense? when she just left the diamond necklace behind. No. And you still defend her.
That was entirely different. It was symbolic. This is whiplash-inducing narrative convenience. One minute he hates her, the next he's possessive and growly in a supposedly sexy way. And the town, they just forgive him instantly. After 8 years of him leading the hate parade against Autumn.
Small towns. They flip faster than a pancake on Sunday morning. One minute it's pitchforks, the next it's, ow. Look, the psycho found love with the girl he psychologically tortured for nearly a decade. Let's throw them a potluck. Actually, you know what? Maybe Charlie wasn't that bad. Maybe Autumn secretly liked the abuse.
That's victim blaming and utterly inappropriate. She endured immense suffering. The book might be trying for a redemption arc, but forgiving 8 years of relentless hatred because of sudden sexual chemistry feels cheap and potentially dangerous.
Okay. Fine. He's a jerk. A massive too. Hypocritical. Potentially smokin', hot jerk. But is the book good? It kept me turning the pages. Mostly to see how much more insane Charlie could get.
It's compellingly problematic. The angst is palpable, the initial premise is gut-wrenching, but the resolution feels rushed and unbelievable. It raises questions about forgiveness, accountability, and the line between passion and toxicity.
So, rating time. I give Shattered Dreams 6 out of 8 years of unnecessary pining. No, wait. 5 out of 7 restraining orders. Yeah, that feels right. It's messed up, but kind of hot.
I suppose, if I must use such a system, I give it a deeply conflicted 3 out of 5 therapy sessions Charlie desperately needed but never got. It's memorable, I'll grant you that, but for perhaps the wrong reasons.
All right, folks. That's all the time we have for today's emotional roller coaster. Next week, we're tackling a real thinker. Gary the Gargoyle finds his groove. Is it romance? Is it architecture? Nobody knows.
Please tell me you're joking.
Never. This is Razor Ray and Dr. Eleanor Vance signing off for Heart Book Radio. Don't blame us. Blame the books.